Hello and welcome back once again to another video. In this one we are going back to two places you might recognise. One of them is a regular service that we do at a restaurant, the other one is a trading estate. So if you end up liking this video, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, why not subscribe? I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible and my daughter wants a play button, so click the subscribe button. Thank you.
Hello, I'm on TV. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
So as I said, we've been here many times before, so let's get the bolts out the cover. We've got the Picote in here. We're going to be using the 4-inch cyclone chains to run it through the pipework to get any grease and scale and all that kind of stuff out to try and prevent some blockages happening before they happen. Yeah, it turns out this key's got the wrong thread on it, but I'm sure we'll manage to lift it with it anyway, because it's not exactly a hard cover to lift. So the idea with this is we're going to machine all the branches and the downstream to keep it running as freely as possible. So we're going to start by machining up towards the gents' toilets. So I don't know if you can remember, but this is the site that last time I was here, the chef kept turning the water off when I tried machining the kitchen run, and it was absolutely full of grease, so we'll see what it's like this time. But let me know your predictions in the comments, is it going to be full of grease or not? Now I'm going to machine up this, and then we'll get some water running in the toilets. There's a little bit running in there now, but I'll get some more running down there in a second. Now I'm running this cable through a bit of blue roll, that's just to clean it off so the machine stays nice and clean and the water doesn't drip all over the floor. So this is the line up towards the kitchen, so we're going to machine all the way up this one as far as we can, do the same again, get some water going down there and flush out whatever's in there. So let me know in the comments, are you just here for the sewage blockages, or are you interested in everything else I'm doing as well? Now the good news is, if you are interested in the sewage blockages, I've got a great one coming up later in this video. So I've just gone and put the taps on in the kitchen, and that's going to help flush all this stuff through. It's going to take a little while to come through because it's quite a long run, and obviously we've got all that grease sat in the bottom that I've just machined off. Also, it's probably worth saying I didn't put the tap on very quick either, so I went back and sped it up a little bit. So we'll leave that water running to flush everything through on that line, and we're going to machine up towards the ladies and accessible toilet. And I'm going to go flush the toilet and get some water running down the sink or basin. And then all that's left to do is the downstream run. I've sped this one up because there's not really too much to see on the downstream run, but I just wanted to show you that I did it. Well, that's a nice straightforward, easy Monday morning job to start the video off. So, who wants to see a sewage blockage at the trading estate? So, we have a ladies' toilet blocked. Now, we're not entirely sure where it ends up to, but this is a manhole we had block back when I had the higher transit, you know, the one with the remote control jet, and we did this all the way back then. Now, what we think is upstream from here, there is a chamber inside, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. We think it connects in on that straight run going up through. You can see there's a little bit of sewage there to start with. So, yeah, I think we'll jet up there to start with. We'll get the camera up through and see what's going on. For this one, I think we're going to use the 6-back ball jet to start off with. Now, also from here, we have a downstream manhole that's blocked. So we've kind of got two blockages in this one, but I'm going to deal with this blockage first, and then we'll deal with the other manhole after. So when the jet goes quiet like that, that either means we're jetting into a manhole or we're going into a blockage or something. So what I want to do is pull the jet back towards us, clean this line through, and then we'll try and put the camera up through there, see if we're getting to that internal manhole, and work it out from there. You can see it is a bit of a sewagey colour though, so I'm pretty sure we could be going in the right direction, but wait and see. And we get some very nice long chunks of limescale coming out as well. So let's just grab those out of the way before they go down the line. I think we're going to have to put something in the downstream lines. It looks like we've got some gravel in here as well.
Not sure on that one.
So you're thinking maybe this, I can show you the leaders anyway.
Yeah. So let's go down the other side. It's full of stone, man.
Yeah. He might be like obsolete, you know what I mean?
Should we have a little look at that one?
Yeah, let's have a look at this next one. I'll look at the leaders. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's get the camera in there and we'll see what's going on up the upstream line.
Where you're Nate?
I don't see any sign of that.
So straight away camera nut, let's run. It bends round to the left, which I was expecting it to do a little bit. Carries on up. We got some cracks and things like that. Quite bad cracks. We'll see them properly once I've properly cleaned this line out. But we'll camera up and I'm expecting to see that internal cover. And yeah, wait and see. Well, there is our internal manhole, and seems like we're sat on a pile of stone. Could this be our problem? I'm thinking it could be, or the other option is this is redundant. Yeah, couldn't quite work it out at this point. I know what's going on now, but yeah, wait and see. So this is the internal cover. You can see there's a lot of damage to the top of the cover, but we weren't actually able to lift this one at all. So we went and had a bit of a hunt around, walked out the back door, and found this. That'd be where our sewage is blocked to. So I think we need to get the jet and hose round here, get a lot of water down this manhole, and see if we can get it flowing, and then we'll work out where it's going from there.
Start anything for you? Did I never start anything?
Nah, be alright.
Alright, yeah.
What I'll do if I clear it part in there, if I get you to go in and start flushing water.
Yeah. Down on the ladies again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get the thing first there. Yeah, go for it. Sorry Well done, start flushing torch. You go ahead and flush that out. Oh yeah, of course it's like
So I'm going to leave this hose in here, get lots of water down there. We're going to flush the toilets inside to get a nice head of water on it. Hopefully it pushes itself through, and hopefully we will see it around the front, because that's the best guess that I've got of where this is ending up. So the guy who was here working with me said that he can see sewage running through the manhole at the front, so I think we need to get back around there with the jet and hose and jet back up and get that stone out of the internal manhole cover. So back at the manhole at the front, and because I know there's big chunks of scale in there and stone, I'm going to wedge the gully grabs in the outlet to this manhole to stop anything going down any further.
Taking that cover off at some point, but
Yeah, I can have a butcher's.
And this time we're going to use a 6-back high efficiency jet, because that should drag all that stuff back to us really nicely. It's got a good bit of power behind this jet. So we've got some more nice big chunks of scale, so we'll just get those out of there. And yeah, we'll get the camera up there in a second and see if we are in the internal manhole or not. So we're not quite as far at the drain as I thought we were. Now there's still a lot of stone in there. I've not actually dragged any of it back to the manhole yet, but I want to try and get all that stone out of the chamber. So let's stick the jet back on and see if we can get it all to move.
Need to replace that foot on that camera.
There's a rubber foot missing there.
Yeah.
Right, so that's good to know we are in the chamber, so we'll let the jet play around this kind of area, try and get everything back into the pipework so we can then drag it back to the manhole.
I can hear the pressure rushing through the manhole, and there's a gully out there. I reckon this is rainwater, which I don't think it is ever
That's what I'm thinking.
sewer, because all the downstreams go into this, all of them, and so it's not.
Yeah, I think it's been altered, hasn't it?
Yeah, they've turned it into.
And then go up again.
furnace in you, wouldn't you? Or wouldn't they? It looks different, this.
Yeah, it's just cleaner.
Alright.
Right, with the camera out of the way, let's put the gully grabs back on, we'll stick the jetter back on, and we'll drag all that stuff back towards us. Now don't forget as well, one of the downstream chambers is blocked and we've still got to jet that one as well. Well, we got plenty of that loose material coming back towards us, so I'm just going to move the gully grabs just to let the water run away, and we'll see what we've got on the bottom of the chamber. So I spoke to the maintenance guy here on site, and he is going to try and get that middle chamber up somehow, whether that's a case of replace the cover or what, I don't know. But we need to find out where all this stone's coming from.
on for you today, Nick, or you don't know?
I've got a block sync to do, I've got to go camera up from Alex, and I've got to drop that down to Western.
You've got a full day then, mate.
Got quite a bit on.
Yeah.
Ain't too bad. Yeah, I think you might have to get that cover up inside, because that stone should never be in it.
No. I'll tell you what, it's collapsing and it's, yeah.
I reckon the chamber's collapsing.
Yeah, I think it is.
I've got a bet on it.
But I'll put a new one down.
Right, I think we better get the camera back in there and see whether we made it look any better. So straight away you can see this drain's holding water, and you can see just how bad those cracks are, and now we've cleaned it off a bit. It's in quite a bad state, this drainage. Now they're talking about rerouting the toilets. They're going to build an extension on the back of this building, so they're thinking of making these toilets obsolete and just put brand new ones in, which, to be honest, I don't think is a bad idea. There's also a nice hole in the top of the pipework right there. And carrying on up, we should get to that internal manhole again. There's still a bit of stuff in the bottom of this, so I'm definitely going to jet it again. I think there's still a layer of limescale as well. Yeah, it definitely is in the bottom. And there is our internal manhole. Still holding lots of water because there's a horrible lip on that manhole where the scale is. So I think what we're going to try next is try and get the Warthog up through the drain run and see if we can improve that flow.
Which makes my life easier.
Yeah, hold on camera.
Yeah, it makes my life a bit easier using this.
Yeah.
It's a bit better getting limescale off. I want it to be. Okay, there was a bit right on the mouth of the man. Okay, that's it. Some proper big chunks there.
It is, isn't it? Camera up again now.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Right, hopefully this should be looking a lot better, so we're going to stick the camera back up there again and see what we've got. Now, like I said, there's a lot of cracks in this drain. This drain's definitely seen better days, and from what I've been told, the plan is to reroute this run and build a whole new toilet block and do away with this one, because they know how bad a state this drain's in. But for now, we just want to keep it flowing until that's done. Well, it's not perfect, but that scale didn't want to budge. I spoke to the guy on site and he's happy with it as it is. Like I said, not going to last very long, but yeah, ideally I would have got that bit out, but yeah, they didn't want me to be on site much longer. Obviously, the longer I'm on site, the more they're charged, so yeah, this should do us for now. Now, don't forget, we've still got another blockage there. The downstream chamber from this is blocked, so we're going to have to jet that one as well. That is the one that we jetted back when I had the remote control jetter. So we'll jet that again and see if we can get it running.
Okay, no.
So this one should be nice and straightforward. We're going to jet downstream with the spare jet, clear the blockage, job done, in theory. But yeah, it did go pretty straightforward. Right, looks like we got it running. The levels are dropping, so yeah, we're going to let that run away. Right, let's get the jet and hose out, and then we'll do what we always do and give this chamber a bit of a clean round. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know in the comments down below. And please click the subscribe button. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible, so every single one of you counts. And my daughter wants play buttons, so I need to get to 100,000, don't I? So, yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.